through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh,
Welcome to African Youth Invention, the AYI Training Center. I'm Emery Lukombo. I will be discussing about Microsoft Word 2019 on video 2. On this video, we will discuss about Insert tab. We're discussing about a first project which will cover some of the job that use by student, assistant, author, secretary, reception position. I will write a sample letter. Now, before we start the project, we'll first discussing about some of the command on Insert tab and open a Microsoft Word. Now, the Insert tab. The first thing you view is cover page. You can create a cover page in case if you're watching a report, mostly as a reception. You can write a report for the weekly or monthly about everything happening in the company. And then for student, mostly write for assignment, report, everything. So if you need a cover, to go inside and then choose different cover. These are pre-designed in the computer here, and then you choose which one please you based on your research. So let's say I'll choose this one here. So I will come here, tap, maybe I'm watching about assignment, and then I'll come subtitle here, I put math. So highlight this, you can play, make it in the center. If you want a date now here, it's already pre-designed already, and click here and then choose the date. Can you say today date, and then on the bottom here it say this is a name. I can write my name, which is Emery. If it's for student, I will write the name of the school. Like let's say I'm writing for the company report. Okay, this is for AYI Training Center. If you go back to insert, follow up on the command, it's blank page. Insert a new blank page in Microsoft Word. Let's say I write math here. So now I'm supposed to put my timetable, so I need to insert a blank page between these two pages. Click on the first page, which is my cover page. I'm gonna go to insert, then I say insert a blank page. Now this blank page will enter between the first page and my last page where I was watching math. And the third command, which is a page break. We will discuss it much on the coming video because it's the same thing. You can find it on layout tab. So when we're going to discuss about layout tab, we'll explain different type of break page. Now the table I will discuss on the next video. We will design a form project to be based on table. So I'm going to go to the other command, which is a picture. Now when you come by picture, there's a two way you can insert a picture. You can insert a picture on your computer or from online. So on your computer you select, and then it's going to take you on your computer, and then look where you save your image. So you will go, like I got the image, my USB. I'm gonna go to search to quick access. This is my quick access, and then look for my USB. This is my USB. I believe I do have an image. I'm gonna go to my logos, and I'll insert the AYI logo as maybe a image. So whenever you enter anything on your Microsoft Word, you insert, there is a new tab appear. So if I click away, this tab is gone off. If I click the image, this tab it appear. It's called format tab. Now format, it allowed you to format the image. So I can come here, click this one, and then on here we also got several commands which you can use to edit your image. So let's say I can come here, choose this group, click here and choose this group the way I want to look my image, make it look neat, beauty, everything. But before I go further, if you look at my image, my logo, I got the logo here and there's a big gap here. So I need to remove this other area. I have to use what we call crop. So if you, as I say, you click away the image, the format will disappear. You click the image and then look at here, you find a crop. Click a crop and then put your mouse on top of this black area, hold and drag down. So I will minimize the area that I don't want on my image. So I'll go the same way on the other side, and I'm gonna go to the same on the side. Now what the crop does, the crop allowed you to cut the area on the image. Let's say you got the image of 2 people and you can crop it to one, leave one person and then remove other person. So now my image is on side, and then I'm gonna go back to format. For format, I can put this nice frame. Click here and choose any frame you want here, and then you can make as beauty until you get what please you. Now one thing, this image will never move if you don't wrap it. So if I put my mouse on top here, I can drag, it's not going to move away. So the only way to move away, I need to apply a wrap, which is one of the commands that allows you to move the image easily. So you can click format and you will see the wrap text here. So there you can choose different type here. Or you also have a shortcut here. If you look at, whenever you click the image, there is a square symbol appearing. Click it and you will see the wrap. Now the wrap shows you the position. It shows me you want to put the image between the words, or you want to put the image tied to the word on front of the text, or on behind the text, or between, or the top or bottom of the text. Now I'm going to write a word here. I'm going to say this. As I'm going to take this image, I can write it behind the text. Sorry, I'll put it behind the text. Now, if I want it to be on top of the text, I'm going to go wrap it, put on top of the text. Now it's hide my text. If I go wrap it and I say put through the text, now it's through the text. So it can be between the words. So you can put your mouse here, you see the cursor change. So you got 3 types of cursor. The first one, it's like a plus that you hold and you can move the image easily. And the second one, it's not show like an arrow that you to minimize the size of your image. And the third one, you can turn, it's like a circle, you can turn your image upside down the way you want to turn it. Now I'm gonna go back. So like this is a logo of the business. So mostly the logo will prefer put it on the page cover. So I'll cut it and then go to my page cover and paste it somewhere here. Paste it somewhere. Now I have to wrap it to put on top so that it can move easily. So I'll put it somewhere here. And then like I said, you go back and change this. So now that's how you can put maybe your image. A logo. Now that was the insert on your computer. So if you want to go online picture, you click here, make sure you got internet connection, and then tap what you want. Let's say I want to insert a foot. So you can tap any foot like orange. Now this bring you a lot of image based on what you want to set. So I can say I want this orange and insert it. Now the same thing, if I also want something like airplane. So I'm gonna go to online and then tap maybe airplane, or a car, anything, model, and insert any airplane. I'm gonna click this one and then insert it. We're gonna use the image here. Now if you click this image, mostly the online image came with some text. Now this is like a shape. So if you click here, click the other one, if you say shape, delete that one because that's called a shape and that's gone. Then you remain for the other image. Click the image and then wrap it so that you can move it easily where you want to put it. Choose any type of wrap. And then if you want to move the background, like you can see this image, a blue, and if you don't want that background to move, so go to format, click here, and then you see here, remove the background. Click here, and then you can see I got 2 colors now. Now there is a way, mark area, click the mark area to mark the area that you want to see. Like here, I want to fix here. And then yes, so I want to view here. In a case placed like this, you can see here there is a hole. So if I click here, this place will remain. So if I say keep the change, look what happened. That place will remain. I'm gonna undo. The other one, it's mark the area to fix. Like in the case if I make a mistake like this, so I need to go to mark as remove. I say no, I don't want to view this area. I don't want to view this blue. I don't want to view this blue. like this is all blue. Now, if you don't see properly, there is a zoom here, as discussed on a previous video. You can zoom so that you can see properly until you get things right. Now, if you say keep the change, it will remove the background. But if you say discard all, so to mean there will not be a change. So I want to keep the change, and I click here and then see what. Now look at the benefit for removing the background. This image, I can put it somewhere here in the Word, especially if you're designing a flyer, designing something like a pamphlet or anything. It's gonna be nice, so I can discuss about mate, and I can turn it to the way I want to turn it and put this image somewhere here, maybe here. Now I'm back to the original. Now look here, if I move this image here, it's gonna hide the stuff, so I cannot use because the background is making a barrier. So always nice to remove the background. So if I click here, and that's the benefit. Now the other thing, if I go to format, in the case you bring an image, you want to change the color, you can come here and change the color. You can choose different colors, change the color the way you want to make it more coloring. You can play here, yeah, and then picture, change a picture from a file. So you can come here and play with this coloring. You can choose here, or you can enter correction. So you got a lot of group here. How do you want? I can make more clear like this, more light, or more like this. That's one of the way you can also correction your image. And that's a benefit for this area. And this one is discussed preview for logo, just to choose any frame the way you want it. You can also make your own frame. If you come here, you can choose the coloring of the line outside and the size of the line. I can choose the size here, and I can choose the color for the line. And I can also choose different type of lines, like here. You can play here. If you don't want a line, you say no outline is out. So you only come here to choose a border line base if you want to use it, and then choose the color. And the second group, it's effect, picture effect. Click the picture effect. You can make it blur, change, can create like a TV, funny thing. If you take your time, you will look nice. Play this different group, corrections, groove, effect, bevel. I like mostly bevel. Like I can create like, look here, I can create like a TV, and going change the size of my line, make it bigger, and then I'm gonna go to 3D and turn it, create like a little bit, choose a movement like this, look like a frame. Now that's how good you can play with your image if you take your time. Tab, you can position your image like the way you want it, maybe on the corner, in the center. I can say position and minimize to. I can say position my image at the bottom, on the left, right, sorry, left, right, right, center, left center, right top, center, left top. Now that's what you can do, and this is a verb. The other thing you can learn from here, if I zoom back here, is a send back. Now what is a send back? I will copy this image, copy and paste it. Again, I will have two images. Then I will change the other one coloring. I'm going to go to correction and make it a little bit darker. And I'm also going to change the effect here. I will change my 3D another way. Now I got now two, and I can also change my line coloring to maybe to make it different. Now, if I want this image to be at the back side, so what I will do now here, I will come here and I will say send this back way. If I want this to come on front, I'll say bring forward away. Now, there's a purpose of this. So select the one of it and send it to the back. So you click here, and then you go to send to back. I can say, I can click this one and say bring this forward in front. Now it's in front. Now that's the purpose of that. Click the image and you see the format and play. Now selection pane. What is selection pane? If I click here and then they give me this tab, so I can hide some stuff. I can say I don't want to view this image. I don't view this. So I can print this without these two images. But if I put back this, I can print one image. It's like you have a full document, a lot of information, and you don't want to view other image on the printing. So you can hide this and then print only what you're going to go to file and then just print as discussed in the previous video. Only print this, whereby my document composed of several of image. I'm going to go back. That's a benefit for section Pane. If I click back and then alignment, you can align the left, center, everything, the same thing like a position. So it's a group, I can turn this, rotate. The same way I can turn from here, right click and turn, hold and drag, or I can just come here and rotate from here. Now, and then let me view the other one. Open this, I can close this. Now I'm gonna move this mouse here. If I click here, I will drag here and make it a little bit bigger. So if I want to cut the area, I can come to crop as discussed in the previous video. That's I don't want to view this area, and that's a place reminding. I'll go crop again. I say I don't want to view you. I don't want to view you. And that's what I can. So that's a benefit for crop. I click here. I'm gonna go to format, and then this is size. I can make bigger size from here. I can also make small width and higher. So this is a high and this is a width. So you can change your dimension from here. And lastly, there is a one part remaining here. I will press Control, click both image, and come here, click group. Now what is a group? Group, you can move them at the same time. And if you want to modify inside, click twice and then move inside. But if you click away, they become like one item. So I can put it any place at the same time. And if you don't like group, click here and go to group, and then now they separate. Now that was the entire format. Now I believe you can format any image as everything. I'm gonna go back to insert. If you wanna draw something, or like you can draw a nice house, any drawing on Microsoft Word, a shape will play a huge role. So I want to go here, insert, and choose any shape you want. Like I want to, maybe mathematics was discussing about aeroplane. So I can take the arrow and then point it. Say I'm discussing about this shape or this dimension. It also gives me a format tab as the same thing with an image. So I'm going to go to format tab, and then I can change the size of my image, and I can also change the color as well. From here I can also make it more bigger. I'm going to go back to insert and use the shape. So I will go and then click maybe this shape, draw like this. I can draw even a house. Let me show you what I will do. So I will minimize like this shape. I'm gonna go to insert, and then also take a triangular shape and draw like this, and I'll bring it back on top here. I'm gonna go back to insert tab, and I'm gonna draw a small triangular. I draw a small like a door. I'll bring it here. So when I bring this shape here, I will change the color to white. Click here. It's taking me to, whenever you click a shape, it takes you to shape, and then I will come here and click a white with a blank line like this. Then I can go, I can just copy this one, and so copy and then paste it, and then I'll bring it on top here, create like a window. Then I'm gonna make like a door. I'm gonna go copy this one again, paste it, and I'll change the color. Go to format, format this. I'll choose maybe put it a door blank, and I'm gonna go to, this is look the same as I discussed with image. You go to wrap, I can wrap it to go up down. You go to bring forward, send backward. You got the section Pane, you got alignment, rotate, everything similarly. The only thing changed is this part here, which I'm going to discuss now. So first, let's say I must discuss this. The first group here, I can change the color, and then the use graded, whatever I want, whatever you want to put. I can say I want to use graded, so I use this. And then I'm going to go to the second group, which is a line. So you can come here, and then I'm gonna go to line and choose a line. Now the nice thing to make this thing like a door, I'm gonna go to effect. I'll use a 3D mode and I'll turn it like this to like a door. If you took your time with shape, you can draw a nice drawing. I can go here and change the color, go to format, and then choose different color here. Different color, and this one, maybe I'll put, maybe choose the color from here. And then I can put a line on that shape. Now this is what you can do. You can continue drawing if I go to insert and also go to shape and then lose the shape, and I can do something like this. So maybe this is a way I can copy this and paste it another side. If I go to here, if I want to modify this, there is what you call edit shape. So I can create my own shape. So it's like, yeah, I got a shortcut to get another shape. Like the same way, if I go to insert and then go to shapes and choose different shape, I can also get a shape under format. Click format, I got it here. I can get maybe star and draw a star here. And then the star, and then I can maybe put it red maybe. But now like I want to draw my own shape. Now if you click any shape, existing shape, and go to format, come here and then say change the shape. I can change this shape to another shape, maybe to this. It was triangular, I change it. But the bottom one under edit, if I click like this one, if I click here, instead of saying change, I'm gonna go to edit. Now it's gonna give me a point, then hold here. I can draw anything I want to draw by myself. Create something nice on my own way. I can create a very funny thing. Now this is something you don't find on those groups, so I can turn it like this, make something like this. So you, as I say, if you spend your time, you can do something nice. If I go back to format and I'm gonna use maybe this shape, and I'm gonna go to edit shape and then try to make it the way I want it to look. So if you are good on designing, on drawing, you can draw anything in Microsoft Word by using shape. Now that's a benefit for shape. Follow up for insert its icon. You need to some icon in like symbol. I can come here and then click icon and look for specific icon. Now you got different group. You got accessibility, analytic, animal, upper, arrow, art, body, everything. You can also put your mouse here, hold and drag down. You see all of them here appearing. Let's say I'm discussing about mathematics as writing math about a person, a human being. So I'm going to for human being. And now click maybe a group, click here and then insert. Now it's gonna come like the same way, like a shape, like image. So I'll drag it, hold it, shape, wrap it so I can move it easily. And then I'm gonna go down and then I can come here. First I can tap, I can say my family. And then I'll put this, hold this symbol and say like here, this is a family. And that's a benefit for the icon. So if you go to insert icon, you got a lot of icon here. You can also go for facing what you found on your tweet, on your WhatsApp, like courses. I can set this too. Maybe I'm creating, drag this on the other page. Let's say I'm creating a flyer. I'm gonna go to insert. I'm gonna go to home, AYI training. I can say course in, and then I can use this symbol to show that. Maybe put this in the center, put coloring, and then something like this, courses word, and yeah, that's what you can do. Go back to insert 3D model. Now 3D model is the same thing like when you set the images. Click 3D model. It's not take you from, if you got it on the computer, you go from file. But if you don't have it on the computer, go online source. Now the online source, you would tap here. I want to do a car. I want to put a car. and then make sure your computer have internet connection. If you don't have internet connection, not gonna find it. Set for the car and choose any car. I will choose this one and then set it. It's gonna take time because the 3D. What is a 3D? A 3D is an image that you can view with 3 dimensions. You can view 3 sides at the same time. But a 2D, mostly like this image here, this is like an art. It's only have 2D. I can only view this side, a little bit the corner, but I can view the back side of this. Like most of the image are 2D. Now, one thing you must remember, under insert, this item, this and this, you're not gonna find it in the old Microsoft Word. Like you only find it latest one because this is the extra command which they add. If you're using a Microsoft Word 2010s, you're not gonna have this except you add a plugin which we will discuss on the next video. So whenever you enter the image, like for 3D, this is what you get. You get a new tab of format. So you can drag this. You can drag and see. Now this is a 3D image. So 3D, I can view all the side of the car. But if it was an image, mostly image is 2 dimensions. So I cannot view the back side. I can only view one side like this. But because the 3D, it gives me access to view the way I want to present my car. So I can say, drag it here and say, I want my image to view only the front side. So I hold here by the 3D tools and turn it. Okay, that's a benefit for 3D. You can come here and choose where you want it, the way you want to present it. Going back to insert a smart chart. Now, what is a smart chart? A smart chart is when you enter a chart. Now, like you want to explain about, like I'm discussing about Med or I'm discussing about a company. I will use a company. If you go here, let's say you want to discuss about hierarchy. I will use hierarchy, or you can use list or process or cycle, a lot of things. So if you choose here, a lot of group is here, and then choose anyone. I'm gonna go for hierarchy, and I'll click here. I'll choose this one. The benefit for hierarchy. Firstly, I can tap here, South Africa, government. I can tap here, president. I'm gonna go look for image, click here, and take online, which is the President Ramaphosa. I'm gonna go to online picture. Just put the name Ramaphosa. I'll look a nice image for the president. I'll insert this. And this image will come here. You can see this is like, let me zoom so you can see properly. You can put also a name for the president. Say, tap here and then the second deputy president is Mr. David Mabuza. So go here, insert the image, and go online and tap the correct name, and you get the correct image. So now we have the deputy president. So I will click here and then insert the image. Sometimes I can just put like Mr. David, and then here I can just say President Ramaphosa. And then you carry on. Who's the first minister? Who's the second minister? Everything. Now, if you click this and you continue, you can modify this. Go to format, and then via format you can modify this, and then you will see here you can change the form you want it. You can add extra, or you can also choose different view design here. Everything like format. So you're gonna format this the way you want it, and then you print it, and then you show how a government. So if you took your time, if I click, I can say add shape, I can say add more. Now depend if I want to click here, because if you put a minister of maybe first minister or minister of financial minister, so under this minister there is people under that minister. So you come here, you add a shape on that particular. Click here under deputy president. There may be someone like a director. If the director that work with the deputy president, you can click here and then add a shape. Text. If you want to edit text, the same thing. You click here and then you say text pan. I can insert the image for here. Let's say minister. Look for more and then add image. I can add an image. You go online and add like a logo. Let's example. This is my computer, and then you put a message here. That is the text pane. So the text pane gives you access to modify things easily. Compare here, you must click here. So if you click text pane here, and then you insert the image, and then you tap the name of the president or whoever you're talking about there, who's in charge there on that department. Now, if you don't want anything here, like if you don't want this one, you click it and then you remove it. So remove, just click it here and delete it, and it's gone out. On the other thing, point on the format tab, it look like the same thing, like a shape. I can change the coloring. Like I want this to be maybe the president. I can click here by the president, make it green, and then by the deputy president, maybe make it yellow, and the minister maybe make it. So you can play games if you take your time, orange, everything. Now that's the benefit for smart chart. This is group of called illustration, a chart. Now what is a chart? If I come here and click, a chart shows the business, how the flow of things happening. Let's say we want to show how many students attend AYI between last 6 months. So we'll come here, click chart, and then we will choose different chart here, but mostly chart work for Excel. So if you watch our video for Excel, you learn how to create a professional chart. So what it does, if I create chart, it's not taking me in Excel. So I will choose different chart. I can choose line, pie, bar, everything. So I will choose this one and then insert it. So when I insert this, and then it take me in Excel. So I can say choose category. Actually, I'm gonna call it word course, and I will say Excel course, and then I will say Outlook course, and then lastly I will say my PowerPoint course. And a little bit here. So from here, what I would do now here, I'll put maybe months of maybe January, and because the Excel I can just drag like this, and I will say how many people attend the world course on January. I will say maybe there were 10. In February there were 20. In March there were 5, and in April there were maybe 6. And Excel, how many people? So I say maybe there were 20, 25. This can be money. You can put like January, February, how much you make on Microsoft Word, everything. Once you finish, click this out, and then it gives you a chart. Now what the chart does, it shows me the flow of the company on Microsoft Word, how much money we make on January. So the word actually on January, which was on January, we can look at which courses that we get more customers, or we get more students that want to learn that. We can look at the chart and decide now. I can see if you look at the color here, and if more people for Excel on March. And so now it shows you the balance of what's going in there. So that's a benefit for chart. Screenshot. Screenshot, what it does, it's get an image. I'll click here and say screen clip. Then I'm gonna get an image from here. Click, and then I'm gonna paste it here. Now let me repeat again. I'm gonna go down. Let's say I'm online and I see something nice. Like I want to get the image, I want to get this here to get this image. So I'm going to go to my Microsoft Word. I'm going to go to screenshot, and I'm going to go to insert, and I'll go to screenshot, clip, and then it's going to give me a blank. Now there's an arrow here. Click where you want to start. I want to start from here. I don't want to get this area. I will start to view from here, and I click from here and drag until I don't want to get down here. I stop here and I release, and then get those images in my Microsoft Word. Now it's like one image. I can minimize it and then wrap it because it's the image, so that I can move it nicely. When I create a letter, first I go to File and I create a new document. Now, if I want something from online, always, whenever you want to create any design, always look at for other people, because don't try to do something, think that you're more clever than others. Look at what exists. Do you search for a letter? Now the video, this is gonna go online, but make sure you go to internet and look at different letters and then click them and modify. This is a template as discussed in previous video, but I wanna discuss something from new, like for your own way. So I'm gonna go to a new document. I'm gonna choose a blank one. So I'm gonna go back and have a blank one. So for me here, the first thing when you create a letter, you must write first your text box. I'm gonna go to insert. Now I'm going to use a shape now as discussed in preview. I'm going to tap a shape. I will tap this and write a shape. Change this format. Choose first the black one and tap information. I'm going to tap the address. You tap your name, like I can say, my name is Emery. And I will tap my full name. Then I'm going to go down. I'll tap the company number. Tele 021 for AYI number. Okay. The reason why I choose a shape is that if I use a shape, I will come put here and then I can move this easily, because if I tap the word like this, if you go to a word like this, it's going to be difficult for me to put this thing here. So the benefit of shape is that I can move this easily. So I can move it any place like this here. So if I bring it here, I can step inside, change the size to R, and change the size of a word, and then also the spacing, line spacing, I'll put 1. I say OK, and then I'm gonna minimize the shape. So and then I'm going to format shape. I'm gonna come choose this, remove the background. Then I have my background. Now we're gonna put a symbol now. I don't wanna tell here. I'm gonna go to insert, icons, and look for telephone symbol. So I'm gonna go to communication. I need the cell and email. I'll use this for email. Click once, and I'll use for telephone, and then I need for cell. Okay, I don't see cell here, but you can look for cell here. I'm just gonna say this. Then I insert them. Now these are the two symbols. So what I'll do now here, I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna make a little bit gap here, and then I'll delete this. I'll click this, make it on top of the word. I'll push this one away. I can click here and minimize this like this, minimize the size so that it can be a little bit bigger gap. And this image, I'll move it a little bit like this. Now that's the first thing. And the second thing, I'll go for the second. This is for the email. I'll put it top. Now I need to go, if you don't find a symbol, I'm gonna go to insert, I'm gonna go to online image, because I don't find the symbol of telephone. I'll look for cell phone, symbol online. Okay, I'm just gonna put cell, symbol. And I'll use this, insert this symbol, and then I need address. Now this image I can repeat format because it's too big. Say I don't want this area. I'll repeat. Now I got. Then click here, put it on top of the word, repeat on top and bring it here. Repeat on top. Now I have this, the telephone, you can pack them properly. Address symbol. Click any address symbol here. I want this. move your symbol here. One thing you can do here again is that I can select everything. Press Ctrl your key button. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then your text box. Click all this, and then you go to Format, group them, so that when you move, they can move at the same time. Only this was not in a group because then click select it. Make sure everything's selected. I can click this group and group them. I can modify stuff inside a group. Now what a group does, I can move them at the same time and also resize them at the same time. When you're typing a letter, second group is to type the information for where you're sending. So I just copy this group and then paste. Don't paste as an image, paste it as a format. Then you will come here. I want to send this letter to African Invention. So I will type African. That's a company name, which is the AYI Training Center. Then their telephone number, it's 021. But the cell number, I will remove this. And the email, it's info. So sometimes this is not necessary here. It's nice from here. You can remove this symbol here. If you change, you can change the uppercase, the company name. Okay, now this is, you tap the information of who will receive letter. And secondly, when you finish here, it must be a little bit down. Click your mouse away. Click twice at the bottom, and so they go up. Now from here, what do you do? Now, depending on what letter you're writing, are you writing attention or something? Let's say it's employee letter. So you write employee letter, like that's a title. But before the employee letter, you must put a date. Now, how do you put a date? So if you come here, if you go to insert and then come by date and time, it's an option that will pick up the date on your computer. So click here and it's give you different format of date. Now you must make sure each country got different way for writing date. So choose any format that based on your country and then you put it and then you will have, like I'll put this one, 14 September, and then the date, enter. Now this, I can modify the size, but be careful. If your computer timing is wrong, date is wrong, you're gonna get wrong information. So make sure date is okay. So when you set the date, it's automatically gives you the correct date. Now, employee letter, I can write employee letter if it's employee letter. If you send someone you don't know, you put like this, to whom it may concern. Let's say you're writing a letter to the police or to the department where you don't know a person. To whom it may concern, then start typing your letter down here. Now, if you're writing a letter to like a person you know, like you say, like I know the person, so let's say I'm sending to someone, I will write here, I will come here and I will say, dear sir, madam. Or if I know the person, I will say, dear Mr. Loksen, maybe. Now, if I know the person, this is what I will write like this, dear Mr. Loksen, or Miss, or would is if it's a lady, Miss, or this is the person. So I'm gonna write like I'm writing a letter to someone, to the company, I know the person. Let's not put to which may concern. So from the bottom, I'm gonna copy a letter that I typed before, so that to save time. I'll type it this, you type it yourself to make a short video. I'll highlight, first thing I'll highlight and choose the font, which is error, and the size mostly requirement 11 is the right size. I justify them so it can look neat. And then this is what I want. I'm watching you concerning a recent class booking at AY Training Center. Approximately 2 weeks ago, on July 2020, I booked 5 courses online at www.ayi. Precious. For more information, you can contact me on the above contact here sincerely, and then I can put maybe email. This is me writing a letter to someone I don't know, like I'm writing to AYI. I don't know, I'm a student. So this is how I write a letter. Now, if you go to insert, lastly, you will see there's a signature. You click here and then you click signature, and then you can write what you want. I can say I'm a manager, or I'm a sample. I can just say a student, because if it's a company, you can put a supervisor and you tap, and this is what appear here, and you can sign here. But I don't like this one because that you can do if it's what, but I like to do my own thing, so that you can do your own thing. You copy from others, but you do your own thing. Don't copy and paste. So I'm gonna go to insert, and I'm gonna choose a line, a shape, and then I'm gonna draw a line. A little Q. I'll repeat it over. Let me zoom so you can zoom so that you can see what you're doing. Insert, shape, a line. Once you finish, I can change the size of this line. I can also make it a little bit like this. If I want to sign, I would go to insert. I'm going to go to file, option. As discussed in the beginning, we will discuss this on the last video. I'm going to go display the draw tab. The draw tab will give me the pen to sign. I'll click the sign here, and then I will sign my signature. Click, and then I finish maybe and leave it like this. Now this is become a funnel for a letter. So once you finish, this our letter look. So I will zoom it a little bit. If the signature is too big, I'll click it. Now this is done for letter. So all you need to do is to go to file and make sure whenever you're writing something, always save. Whenever you finish something like this letter, you want to send it via email, what you do, you go to file, save as, and then choose a place where you save it. Always save, come here by save tab, give it a name like now is a letter, and then go to save tab and choose a PDF file. So you're gonna have two. One, it's your original letter, and then the second one, it's a PDF file. So if I close this, I'm done. You click here, this will be a PDF file. The benefits of PDF file, PDF stands for portable document file. So you can send this one, it's not going to be modified because it's blocked. But if you send the Microsoft Word, as discussed in the video 1, it's too risky, it can be lost the information, it can go damage on the Word, depending on where you're sending it. Sometimes if there's a, they don't have the new Microsoft, if you use the new Microsoft Word and they're using the old one, they may not get information properly. So always send your document, CV, letters in Microsoft in PDF file. This is your original. You want to go modify it, you modify it, and once you finish, always go to file and then save as. Always choose a PDF file. Thanks so much for watching this video. See you for the next video.
Pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I threw the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, my mind